nation's favourite antiques experts.
Let's get fancy.
Behind the wheel of a classic car.
I'm always in turbo.
And a goal to scar Britain for antiques.
Hot stuff.
The aim to make the biggest profit at auction. But it's no mean feat. There'll be worthy winners.
Cha-ching!
Oh, my goodness.
And valiant losers.
Bonkers.
Will it be the high road to glory?
You are my ray of sunshine.
Oh, stop it.
Or the slow road to disaster?
Sorry.
This is Antiques Road Trip. Yeah. Today, our pair of happy ramblers find themselves high in the Pennines.
I can't work out if they're cows or ponies on the hill, but look, they're on such an angle.
Yes, it's amazing how everything somehow clings on, isn't it? That's Izzy Balmer asking the gravity-defying questions, and debutante Ishi Khan concentrating mainly on the road. Just don't look down.
Beautiful around here.
It is lovely, isn't it? But there'd be a bit of a workout to try and climb them.
Well, then it's just as well you have a delightful Italian-design 1970s Volvo Sports station wagon. The P1800 ES for all your transport requisites.
Look under the seat, you'll actually see something.
Right, so I've got 2 parcels here.
So I thought they could be our good luck mascots.
Yeah! Oh, I love them. Oh, thank you. That's you and that's me.
Yeah.
What a delightful couple. Izzy, a dealer and auctioneer from Bristol, is a road trip regular with a personality some might describe as
Hot stuff.
whilst Londoner Ishi, a jewellery aficionado, is making his first sally at this malarkey. Not that he's especially bothered by that,
On guard.
although at their first auction together, they were both somewhat foiled.
Are we done? At £10.
Could have been 2.
Neil seemed surprised that he got 2.
Ah, well, there's a long way to go, and mountain air can make dizzy optimists of us all.
I don't know about you, there's something really fun about having less of a budget and trying to make it work.
Yeah.
That's the ticket. Ishi started out with £200. After one trip to the sale room, he's managed to reduce that to £151.14p. While Izzy, who began with the same sum, does have a wee bit more, £168.56. So, what exactly are the tactics today, team?
I feel like I might have to push myself a bit out of my comfort zone to actually haggle a bit. Sorry, I'm just trying to... Just through that brick, there's a really nice view.
Do you know what? I'm so glad you paused to show me that.
What a gent, eh? After leaving from the Lake District and exploring both mountains and moors, these two will start to motor south towards Derbyshire and the West Midlands.
Oh! I wasn't expecting that.
They'll be seeing an awful lot of Lancashire today, beginning in Longridge in the Ribble Valley. And here comes our Izzy, having been deposited at Berry Antiques.
Ooh, a nice, warm, cosy antique shop.
Well, you are in Lancashire with £168 to spend and 56p.
I think this is a dried out gourd originally, and this one's had this decoration painted onto it, and then it's got this white metal rim at the top. I suspect this is South American. Now, I don't know how to say this, but it's used for mate tea, or it might be mate tea or mate tea, I'm not too sure.
It's mate, a caffeine-rich brew.
This one I suspect is more of a souvenir, touristy piece. It looks like it could be sort of 1920s, 1930s. Let's see, what does it say? So, South American tea container, dried gourd, £6.
Like a squash. There's something not quite right, though.
You drink the tea out of the straw, so you'd have the two together. So this is missing. I really don't know what to do. Genuinely don't know what to do. Mr. Wanacott, can you tell me what to do, please?
That would be cheating, cheeky monkey.
I hate being this indecisive.
Well, it's early yet. What's that, then?
It's a door handle in the form of a hand. It's kind of difficult to guess the age, just because you can make bronze items look old. But there is, around the fingernails, a collection of dirt.
Sounds delightful.
I mean, I'd like it to be Victorian. I'm not convinced that it is. Hand door handle vintage, £23. I still can't quite work out which way you'd have it. It's kind of like high five as you greet. High five, welcome to my home. Hey, yo. Or it could be like, yo. I can't make a decision today. This is impossible. I'm sure I'm going to have an epiphany moment at some point.
We do hope so. But what about her chum? Still at the wheel.
We're currently driving through lots of hills, which has been a bit of a struggle in this car, but it's absolutely stunning here. It's a beautiful car. I was a bit apprehensive about driving it at the start. We're getting along a bit better, but I still haven't mastered reversing it. If we need to reverse this car, I'm going to have to call in Izzy.
Well, just keep going. You're almost there. And your first shopping opportunity in Burnley. The location of several movies, most notably The Man in the White Suit, starring Alec Guinness. And there's The Man in the Golden Volvo. And today's cinematic location? Well, that's Carlen Antiques and Interiors. Almost 850 square metres worth.
Wow, the scale of this place. This place is massive. There's so much to see, so many stalls. So it's a little bit overwhelming. Hopefully, I'll be able to spot something amongst all these things.
£151 and 14p to spend, remember?
A million boxes this trip. There's something about them, every single box. This one's got a little key at the bottom, so I'm thinking it's a musical box. It's inlaid with what appears to be painted wood. There's some mother of pearl. It's beautiful marquetry. It's all been cut out and inlaid within the wooden frame. And let's have a look. Yep.
For Siggy's dirty habit, Izzy bought one the last outing and lost money.
I think we decided that they were going to be called chocolate wafer boxes. This one's got the added bonus of having beautiful marquetry work all across the front and a music box, but I won't be taking a risk on it this time.
He's learning fast, that boy. Let's let him fully acclimatise and head back over the hills towards Longridge, where Izzy has her eye on a Mate tea good and a hand door handle, as you do, and a mannequin.
I haven't bought a brooch in a really long time, but it's stamped CKH. And I suspect that that's for Christian Hansen.
A famous Danish silversmith.
Scandinavian jewellery, very popular, very desirable. However, apart from the fact it's a bar brooch, it is also £23, which I know from experience of buying brooches, that is punchy. I am going to pin this back on. I'm sure it'll still be here when I get back. And it might be one to take to Ellie and just see if there is movement on that price.
That, by the way, is Ellie. She seems nice, don't you think?
Oh, this is pretty. This is an example of poker work. And poker work's a decorative form of art. You create your design using a hot poker. So here you've got these series of polka dots.
Not to be confused with polka dots.
You've got the outline of these roses and leaves, which have been created again using the hot poker to carve into the wood. And then they've been hand painted. I would say that this piece probably dates to the 1920s. It's a hat stand.
Not the must-have item they once were.
You could put a kitchen roll on it. How much is it? £65. OK, that's quite a lot more than I would want to pay for it, because I don't think at auction it's going to be that popular. But it is a very pretty piece.
65 being a huge chunk of her £168 budget.
Another one to ponder and consider at great length. It really is a hard life trying to make these decisions.
Well, the moment has finally arrived.
Ellie, I'm so sorry to disturb you whilst you're reading.
No problem.
So I've had a good look around. There's the gourd at £6, happy for that to be £6. The Scandinavian silver brooch, which is priced at 23.
Yeah.
The hand handle, also priced at 23. And the pokerwork hat stand, priced at 65.
Okay, the brooch could be 15. The hand can be 15 as well. and I could do 50 on the poker work hat stand.
Okay. I think the hat stand then I will discount. So we've got 15, 15 and 6.
Which makes 36.
Well, I could do another pound, make it a straight 35.
I mean, another pound doesn't hurt, does it?
No.
So what, we're saying £35 for the
Yes.
3? Brilliant, thank you very much.
Thanks, Ellie.
Nice to see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So while Izzy departs, leaving her stuff to be taken to auction, but with £133 left over, let's return to Burnley.
A true antique.
Where thus far Ishi has kept his powder dry, despite a huge shop on £151.14 burning a hole in his pocket.
These are cool. These are fishing boxes. So this area here would be where you store your flies, your hooks, and then the floats are held in this area. There's an actual secret locket compartment here that you can open, and you've got more storage here for your floats. To me, this doesn't look like a really old antique item. It's probably mid-20th century, maybe a little bit earlier. It's got a ticket price of £6, so it's not a huge budget breaker. So this could be a good buy.
£6 is a popular price today.
I have spotted there's another box next to it. Oh, wow. This one, again, not particularly old. I don't think it's antique. It's got really brightly coloured fishing floats. So the ticket says there's 50 floats and it's £15 ticket price. Even as a display item, these could have a function. They'd really be quite interesting and beautiful things. And the last thing I've actually spotted right next to it, now I do think this is an antique.
Oh, good.
It's an old school wooden fishing reel. Appears to be in working condition and says made in England, brass work, probably early 20th century, 1910, 1920. And this one's marked at £9. And I know people do collect these, so this has a good chance at auction as well. I'm thinking if we get the 3 items together at a good price, we could be onto a winner.
Super duper. Anything else before Mark is consulted?
Spotted something iridescent.
Nice word. Tell us more.
How cool is this? This is a Victorian cast iron crocodile nutcracker. So you'd have it on your table, place a nut in between the mouth of the alligator's teeth, crack down, and you'd have freshly cracked nuts ready for your next meal. It's in a really beautiful condition, but I just can't get over this iridescent sheen that they've managed to achieve on this. As I twist it, you can see how the enamel is almost metallic, and that's not an easy thing to do. It's a solid, heavy piece. And there's 2 marks, B, C. I can't see a maker's mark or anything that gives us more information about where it's manufactured, but I have seen these before, and I'm really excited to have found this here. If we have a look at the ticket, crocodile nutcracker, and the price is £10. So this is definitely something that I'm going to be trying to buy and take to auction.
Well, in that case, let's snap into action.
Mark, how are you?
Hello.
Don't scare him, Ishi.
So there's this really cool nutcracker,
Yes.
and then I was thinking as a group lot,
And if I add these 3 together, that's £30 in total. We can do for 25.
I'm happy with 25,
Okay.
and we've got this one as well, so it'd be £35 for all
in
of
total.
them.
Quite a haul. Although he still has £116 left to spend. And now, while the golden shooting break says bye-bye to Burnley, we'll find out what Izzy's up to. Now, about to take a brief musical break from the shopping. In the nearby town of Blackburn. To learn about one of their most famous offspring, the legendary singer Kathleen Ferrier.
Hello, Izzy. Welcome to Blackburn.
Well, I'm also a musician, so it's always wonderful to hear about a fellow musician.
Oh, well, come with me.
Kathleen's beautiful, pure contralto voice made her internationally famous. But when she died, almost 70 years ago, at the age of just 41, she had, surprisingly, only been a singer for a relatively short time.
Kathleen Ferrier was full of fun and a great musician. but she did not learn to sing till she was about 25. She'd always tinkled as a child on the piano, and she picked it up.
How old was she?
She was about 3 or 4.
3? So
Yeah.
she could probably play the piano before she could read and write?
I think she could play by ear. She got her musical exams from the Royal College and the Royal Academy at the age of 14, and by 18 she was accompanying singers around Lancashire. She was going to enter the 1937 Carlisle Music Festival, and her husband bet her a shilling that she wouldn't enter as a singer as well. She won the piano class, and she was voted by the judges the best singer in the competition and given the Rose Bowl. And in the space of 10 years, she went on to be one of the most acclaimed singers in the world.
In 1939, Kathleen made her very first radio broadcast, and throughout World War II, she worked with the CEMA, a sort of forerunner of the Arts Council, which gave her valuable training and built up a huge following amongst the general public.
1947 was the first Edinburgh Festival, and Bruno Walter had been asked to conduct the Vienna Philharmonic, and someone told him to listen to Kathleen Ferrier. Her performance of Das Lied von der Erde with Bruno Walter is legendary. She sang all over Europe and did 3 tours of America. She had a career of just over 10 years, but what she covered in that 10 years, most singers probably would not cover in their lifetime of singing.
Kathleen Ferrier died of cancer in October 1953, when it was said she was the second most famous British woman after the Queen. A few years later, a scholarship fund in her name began making yearly awards to aspiring young opera stars, like Sam Oxborough.
They invite 2 representatives from each conservatoire in the UK to come and compete. And what they do is they help them financially and help their careers. Especially as a young singer, there's a lot of things that you have to think about, and the bursary is there to help that.
What a wonderful, wonderful legacy for one of the world's greatest singers.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now for one of Kathleen's best loved songs, but this time as a duet.
Blow the wind southerly, southerly, southerly. Blow the wind south, where's the bonny blue sea? Blow the wind southerly, southerly, southerly. Blow, bonny breeze, my lover to me.
Bravo, bravo! Now, let's get our duet of shoppers back together and head for the hills. Slowly.
Ishi, are we still in gear 1?
Gear 2 or 4? It's anyone's guess in this car. Should I try? Ooh.
Oh, like a Russian roulette.
Gear 2, gear 2.
Never a dull moment. Nighty-night. Next morning's downpour prompts our experts into a bit of wishful thinking.
If you were going to buy yourself an ice cream right now, and you could have any ice cream, any flavour, any type, what would you go for?
Don't know, I think I'm craving a screwball.
Oh, old school.
Well, I'm very partial to a 99 myself, although yesterday Izzy spent a lot less than that, acquiring a South American tea gourd, a Danish silver brooch, and a hand-shaped door handle.
High five, welcome to my home. Hey, yo!
Leaving her with £133 to spend today, while Ishi parted with about the same on some fishing tackle and a shiny crocodile nutcracker.
I'm really excited to have found this.
Meaning he has 116 in his wallet.
What's your favourite nut? I quite like a cashew nut.
Are cashews technically nuts? I think they're classed as a legume.
Well, Ishi certainly knows his nuts. Today's rummage commences back in the Ribble Valley at Grindleton. A delightful spot perched on the edge of the Pennines.
Ooh, this looks pretty.
Where Izzy, having dropped off her chum, will be fully able to explore. Birds in the barn antiques. You're right, it was a bit mucky, but what are you going to spend your tidy £133 on?
Ooh, these are really rather beautiful tulip ornaments. They're Victorian and they just like things to be ostentatious, but when you see this almost limey green yellow glass, it's 9 times out of 10 it's going to be uranium glass.
Yes, you might be amazed to discover it does contain real uranium.
Get a UV light and look what it does to the glass, and that's the uranium in it. And with uranium glass, it can be as little as 2% uranium. With some of the 19th century and early 20th century pieces, there's as much as 25% uranium in them, so really glowing. So don't worry, I'm not giving myself radiation poisoning, but just looks very pretty, very impressive. Imagine this in a darkened room and how that colour's really going to pop when you stick a torch on it. It's probably like a Victorian party piece. Hey, look at what I've got here. It's kind of like, look, yellow, now it's green.
Yeah, some people call that fun.
There's just something so appealing about them. But this one hasn't got the ticket price on, so I better just have a look. Wow. That is that. They're priced at £225. That's just too hefty. So they're really, really beautiful, but unfortunately, I just don't have the money for them.
Never mind, there's plenty more. The expression, like in Aladdin's cave, is certainly a bit overused, but when you see proprietress Mandy hard at work, it all seems to make sense.
Ooh, you don't see these that often. Let's just bring it down more to my level. Okay, there we go. This is a surveyor's stick or an architect's measuring tool. And well, as you can see, oh, it measures, oh, it is a bit stiff. Who knew antique hunting could be a workout? See, that's slotted in. So imagine that top bit, how tall this could go. It would be taller than this ceiling. This is late 19th century, early 20th century.
And I think the label's now fallen off.
OK, well, that's not what I was hoping for. It's £130. Let's see. I really like this. At the right price, I'd really like to get it.
Sounds like a tall order.
Ooh, wow. Isn't this pretty?
What is it, miss?
That's very pretty. You've got a sugar bowl, cream jug, and a preserve pot. So I guess it would be for afternoon tea, high tea, sort of tea and scones.
Or breakfast, tea perhaps?
That is really, really pretty. Actually, it's hand blown as well. It's actually a really good quality piece. I would have thought this is Czechoslovakian glass, probably from the 1950s, 1960s. I'm just checking the gilding because wear and tear does rub the gilding off. But you've got these totally gorgeous hand-painted bluebells on. And you've got this same pattern repeated on all three. This style of glassware with the gold, it's not that popular. But what a totally sweet set. And the best bit is, it's only priced at £12. I mean, I'd pay £12 for that. The only thing that this is missing is a little jam spoon, but I might just see if there's a spoon that I can throw in with it, just so that it's a complete package.
Well, there's no time like a present.
Mandy, I think I might have fallen in love with your shop because it's in this totally gorgeous barn. You've got really pretty, beautiful things.
Good.
Now, I have seen 2 items that I'm very interested in getting. You've got the breakfast set, and that's at £12, and I think that seems a really fair price. Have you got a spoon that I could just stick in with the jam pot?
Yes, yeah, I can find one, no problem.
But the one that I wouldn't mind getting, hopefully, it's your fabulous surveyor's stick.
Yes.
It is priced at £130,
Yeah.
and I was sort of half hoping for a very cheeky, hefty discount.
What do you think you can offer?
I was sort of thinking £50.
Ooh, no.
OK, where are you?
About 95, probably.
Can we go 60?
75?
Should we do a proper haggle?
Yeah, why not?
65?
Should we split the difference?
70. What if I take the 2 items, the breakfast set and the stick?
Well, 75? You got a bargain there?
Yes, please. 75 for the 2 items. Lovely.
A proper haggle indeed. Making the stick 65 and the glassware 10.
Good luck.
Oh, thank you. Well, see you soon.
Thank you.
Leaving £56 for her next shop. Bye-bye, Izzy. Hello, Ishi. Now in the Yorkshire Dales and exploring these stunning hills known as the county's Three Peaks. He's come to the National Park and the Ingleborough Estate Nature Trail, where he's about to find out about Reginald Farrer, the Edwardian botanist and adventurer who brought back to Britain many of our favourite flora. Tour guide David Clark.
Reginald Farrer was a noted plant collector. He was born in 1880. It is said that by the age of 8 he was so interested in botany and plants that he knew from cover to cover the contents of a botany schoolbook.
Reginald Farrer was an eccentric, an outsider and a closeted gay man at a time when it was still illegal. He was also born with a cleft palate, which resulted both in a speech defect and scars, which he hid behind his huge moustache. But plants proved solace and even earned him a nickname, the Shotgun Gardener.
It's rumoured that Reginald Farrer used a shotgun to transplant some seeds into a cliff. The cliff was difficult to get to. He'd tried some other methods, like abseiling down the face of the cliff to plant these seeds he'd collected. He finally decided the best way to do this was to remove the pellets from a shotgun cartridge, replace them with seeds, fire them into the cliff.
I mean, it sounds like an exciting way to do it.
Following in the footsteps of his family, who had discovered and explored the mighty Ingleborough Cave, Reginald had a taste for mountain adventure, especially in Eastern Asia, where he managed to track down some of Britain's favourite blooms.
And collected a number of species of rhododendron. The best time of year to see them is usually about end of April into May. It's an absolute riot of colour.
Reginald's treasured rhododendrons are now amongst the oldest and potentially largest in the UK, and Ishi's at the ready to record the latest measurements.
Go on, give it a hug. You know you want to.
Oh, so we've got 33 centimetres?
Well done. Do you want a job?
Yeah, that would be great.
This is a particularly special spot because this is the only patch of acid soil in the area. Rhododendrons won't grow on alkaline soil. So he was lucky to find this space. What we're in the process of doing is cataloguing them. So we know that this is a national champion for height. We think we might have some for girth.
Fingers crossed.
This was part of the Ingleborough Estate. When did this become the nature trail that's open to the public?
It was opened as a tribute to Reginald Farrer in the 1970s, in the 50th anniversary of his death.
Despite having felt ostracised during his lifetime, Reginald is now celebrated as the father of the modern rock garden, and the Ingleborough Estate Nature Trail is keeping his memory alive. While Ishi's been up amongst the peaks, Izzy's been having fun in the Volvo.
I'm driving through Lancashire and it is beautiful. Even in the rain, it's beautiful. And it wouldn't really be a British road trip without a bit of rain, would it?
Well, the forecast is that it's about to perk up, because she's now heading for sunny Skipton, with its imposing Norman stronghold and its antique shop close by.
Oh, this might be it.
She must remember to give Ishi that reversing lesson.
Oh, this looks large. Gonna take me a while.
£56 and 56p to spend at Skipton Antiques.
What on earth is this? It looks a bit like a Dalek.
Careful, they can exterminate.
Do you know what I think this is? Well, it's obviously been turned into a lamp. What I think this is a hair curler. So I think you need something firm to wrap the hair around, so I'm going to use my finger. Where's Ishi with his long flowing locks when you need him? He could be my hair model.
And right on cue, the man himself.
Let's see what we can find.
Sounds keen. I'm not surprised. Only 2 items purchased thus far and 116 left to spend.
Izzy, I don't know if I should be worried because you're curling your hair. Is that how confident you are?
Well,
I wanted you here to be my model, but you weren't here, so I thought I'd just practice it out on myself.
How's it going?
I don't know, what does it look like? Am I doing an all right job?
The look says it all.
I'll see you in a bit.
See you later.
Okie dokie, that's Melanie, by the way. There for whenever they feel ready to make a purchase.
I have spotted an antique micro-mosaic brooch in pinchbeck metal. This is probably circa 1880. In the 19th century, wealthy men and women would often tour Europe and bring back souvenirs home to tell people and show off that they'd been around the world. This brooch is made in Italy. It's a tourist piece and it's made from pinchbeck, so it's not super expensive.
Also known as poor man's gold. It's an alloy invented by a Mr. Christopher Pinchbeck.
These micro-mosaics are really interesting. I mean, it harks back to the Roman mosaics and earlier mosaics, and the Italians really were masters of it. It's got a little bit of wear, so at £135, I think it is a little bit expensive, but it tells such a story and the craftsmanship is incredible.
Well, Izzy definitely couldn't afford it. Not that that would stop her looking.
What I really like about antiques is that you can repurpose them. So you can take something that had a particular use 100, 200 years ago and find ways of using it today. This, I would have said, would have been a cigarette case. But what people are using them for nowadays are card cases. But what I really like about this one is the fish. Now, it's priced at £248, so I won't be taking that home with me today because that's way over my budget. But it's a really beautiful object.
Throwing it back then. I'm not so sure she'll be spending any more today. Ishi surely will, though.
This area was known for its industry, the textile industry. From the side, this looks like a pencil, but it's actually a shuttle that would have been used in a loom. There would be a reel of thread that would be in the middle and it would be pushed back and forth. And that's how you'd weave your thread and fabrics. It's a really cool link to the industry that was going on here. I've had a look at the tag and it's marked at £3. Now, I know people do collect these, even if it needed a bit of TLC. For £3, you really can't go wrong, so I'm really pleased to have found this.
113 left. Room for another, do we think?
This has been described as an old wool winder thingy, but this is actually a really interesting thing. Its actual name is a squirrel cage swift. And how it would work is you'd have yarn and you would use this to make balls of wool, really. It just made it a little bit easier and took all the hard work out of doing it. They're called squirrel cages, I assume because these look like cages. So it's actually a really useful tool that would have been popular with people in the yarn industry. My mum works in the wool industry, so I've seen these in the past, and I know that people do love them. So both of them are going to come home with me.
He's not exactly breaking the bank, is he? Time to talk to Melanie.
I found two very cool items. Good. So I'd just love to talk to you a bit about the price and see what we can do.
Okay.
So the first thing is this shuttle, which is £3. So I don't think we need any movement on that.
No, I couldn't do anything on that.
This is listed on the ticket as £28. Just wanted to see if there's any movement on this if we take both of them.
I think there could be.
Yeah?
I think that could be 17.
Oh, wow.
And then 3 for your shuttle, so a nice round £20.
OK, perfect.
Yes, much appreciated, Melanie. Leaving Ishi with £93. Izzy with 56. And a short drive to the auction.
Let's go.
Let's go.
First, they have to plan the perfect relaxing evening.
When you get in from work, do you dress down and put your loungewear on, or do you
100%.
stay?
As soon as you get in, you change out your day clothes.
So what I'm thinking is then, hot chocolate with cream, 0 marshmallows, pyjamas, fluffy slippers, and ice cream. I like this.
And then shut-eye will surely follow. Auction day dawns in Barnsley, the former coal mining capital, which was the setting of Kes, one of the best ever British movies, famous for its use of proper dialect. Yup.
Oh, Ishi, how are you feeling?
Good. We've got nice things. I think we've got a good chance of doing well.
Should we go and see what they do?
Let's go.
Come on.
After rummaging on both sides of the Pennines, our pair have brought their latest collection of treasures to a South Yorkshire sale room at the Miners' Welfare and Wilby's Auctions, where they'll be selling in the room and on the phone. Ishi parted with just £55 for his auction lots, including this little cracker.
I can absolutely see why Ishi picked him, because both of us are utter magpies, and I've got to say, he is quite heavy. You do get a lot of reproduction nutcrackers, but I think this one might be the real deal. Whoop. Okay, pop him down before I drop him.
Izzy spent twice as much, 110 on her 5 lots.
This is a gourd that's been carved, but it's a really interesting item. The carving's beautiful, so it's a nice thing.
Good blimey. Now, let's hear what auctioneer Pierre Massiag is pinning his hopes on.
The Norwegian silver brooch by Christian Hansen, always popular, should do well at today's sale. The only item I have some slight concerns about is the weaver's bobbin spool. Not a lot you can do with that, but a decorative piece anyway.
Well, the auction is certainly looming with plenty in it too.
It's a really good turnout, but whether that's going to work in our favour or not, who knows?
First up, we have Izzy's little piece of jewellery.
It's not the most exciting of brooches, but it is a brooch.
Come on, start me at £20 then, let's save time. I have £20 bid and 2 now. At £20, come on.
Brilliant, well done.
22, 5, 28, 30 and 2, sir. In the room now.
Brilliant, well done.
25 now. At £32 then, all done. And I sell at 32.
Amazing.
That's a great start.
Doubled my money.
Yeah, brilliant, well done.
Great, you're off the mark. Moving on.
I like this auction.
Ishi's
turn, his wooden shuttle.
This was a cautious purchase. It didn't cost a lot.
£10 straight off. Tenner. Come on, come in at £5, then we'll do it the hard way. I have 5 bids, 6 I'll take for this. Don't miss it.
Yeah, we're in profit.
5 at 6, 7, 8, madam. No, at £7 bid. 8 now, 9. At £9 only then. Are we all done? And we sell it? All done?
I'm happy.
Quite right. Also, a fine start, which removes any pressure.
I feel like I can breathe.
Time for Izzy's biggest and tallest buy, the surveyor's staff.
£40 straight off, that's not dear. Come in at £30 then, let's save time. I'm bid 30. I have 2. 35, 38, sir. 40, still cheap, and 2. 45, 48, and 50, and 2. 55, sir. I have £52 bid, 5 now. 58, and 60, and 2. No? At £60 I'm bid, and I sell it at £60, all done.
Oh.
I think that's really cheap.
It is, isn't it?
For that.
Never mind. Only a tiny loss.
Stick that in a London shop, and that's 250, 300 all day long.
Ishi's shiny nutcracker now. See, it works. But will it be a crock of gold?
I hope the room likes it as much as I do. Do you know that exciting but nervous feeling?
Ideal for your Brazil nuts, this one. Good, strong one. £20, surely. Nobody coming in. Start me at £10, let's save time. No interest still at £10.
Really?
Crikey. Let's have a 5 a bid. I have 5 bids, 6 bids, 7 now, 8, 9 and 10. You're out at 10. At £9, it's still cheap. Nobody else coming in. 10 I have now. 11, ladies back.
Okay,
12 now.
come on.
12, 13, another one. 14, no, at £14. All done.
I'm disappointed, but it is a profit.
Don't look at me, I just crack nuts.
I mean, someone's got a bargain.
Good only knows what this little item will make for Izzy.
I paid £5 for it.
I mean, you didn't pay much.
No.
So.
£20 to start me. 20 bid and 2 now. At £20. First only bid. Come on, let's have another bid.
Come on, Barnsley.
There we are, you walk your walk. 22. At 24 bid, you have got them going. At £24 then, all done and we sell.
Well done, you're doing really good.
Thanks.
Take a bow, Barnsley. Another great result.
When something does well, I'm really pleased, but then part of me, I don't know if you're the same, I'm like, oh, but I don't want to jinx it for the next one. Or
I mean, I haven't had much experience of getting a big win yet, so...
It will come, it will come.
Perhaps for his fishing tackle selection.
It's collectible, it's attractive, but it's actually functional.
£20 for the floats and reel. No fishermen in. Start me at a tenner then, let's save time. I'm bid 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2. I have 22 seated in front of you. 25 bid. And finish this time at £25, all done.
Maybe there weren't any fishermen in the room that really loved it.
The important thing is to live to fight another day.
I imagine to go and buy those today, new, are probably very expensive.
Oh, yeah.
So someone's got a really good bargain there.
Izzy's handsome door handle is next.
It looks good from a distance.
So we just need someone really to be sat from a distance or have forgotten to put their glasses on.
£20 for the bronze hand. Come in at 15 then. Come on, unusual
This could
little
be a
lot there.
loss.
Start me at a tenner, let's save time. Everybody's in. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, sir. 20 and 2. I have £22 on the front row for now.
It's really nerve-wracking.
All done then. At £22 all finished.
It's another profit.
It's a little profit. And
Well
do you know
done.
what? That was one of the ones that I thought would make a small profit. And it has.
A one-handed round of applause, please. Ishi's wool device now, not for actual squirrels.
I saw it and I loved it. It's so unusual, and it had the funniest tag. It said, like, wool winder thingy, and I was just like, that is literally what everyone would think it is.
£30 for it. Come in at £20 then. Come on, look nice in your bathroom with 2 toilet rolls on. £20 surely straight off. Come in at 10 then. At 10, 12, 14, 16, 18,
In
20,
profit.
2, 24, sir. Bidding. 26, 28 now. And 30, and 2. No? At £30 bids. And 2, he's jumped in. 34 and 6, sir. 38 and 40. 42. He's out at £42.
Oh, I've got money to buy something else with now.
Yes, the floodgates have definitely opened.
I feel great now. I'm really happy.
Oh, I'm glad you're smiling.
Finally, Izzy's Bluebell-themed glassware.
It's not one to use and put in the dishwasher, is it?
Oh my goodness, no.
What a nice little set. And I have a commission bid. And I start straight off at £34 commission bid. £36 I'll take. At £34 straight off. 36, 38. At £38 commission bid then. All done. At £38 all done.
Oh, I'm so pleased.
Me too. Although part of me is a little bit sad because I actually would quite like to keep it.
Oh, don't, because that tasty profit will make all the difference today.
Hopefully, this is a steady upward trend now. We started at the bottom, and hopefully we're just going to keep on going up and up and up.
Definitely. Should we go see if we can find anything else?
You mean you're ready for more?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Youthful enthusiasm burning as brightly as ever. Let's see what funds they have available. Ishi began with £151 and 14p, and after auction costs, he made a little profit. So he now has £169 and 94 pence. While Izzy, who started out with £168 and 56 pence, made, also after costs, a slightly bigger profit. So she wins today with a total of £202 88p. Well done.
Whoa, that is it, is
Yeah, all done for today.
And on that note, I'm going to get treasure hunting.
Next on Antiques Road Trip, quiz time.
Let's try a quick fire round. Favourite sandwich?
Oh, I love a brie and cranberry.
Ooh.
Playtime.
I think I've got the knack of this puppet malarkey. Wow, sort of.
And me time.
I really like it. It's only a tenner.